Before going to discuss projectile motion, what is meant by projectile? What is meant by projectile? Projectile means, let us take this is y-axis and this is x-axis. If you project the object, this is the origin 0, 0. This is small m mass. If you project with certain angle from the earth surface, it travels along this path. So here the projection initial velocity is assumed as u and it is making an angle theta with the horizontal. Here theta value should be greater than 0 degree, and less than or equals to 90 degree. It must project under the influence of gravity. Such type of motion is called as projectile motion. Initially, small object we are throwing with a certain angle with the horizontal surface. That angle is greater than 0 degrees and less than or equals to 90 degrees. If you project under the influence of gravity, such type of motion is called as projectile motion. What is the path of the projectile? This is the object traveling path is called as path of the projectile. What is the path of the projectile? What is the equation for the path of the projectile? Now, initial velocity u, after some time at this position, what is the displacement along x-axis and along y-axis? First you find out. Initially this is u, this is in the plane of xy in 2 dimensional. That's why we need to resolve into 2 components. Along x-axis u cos theta, along y-axis is u sin theta. Here uy along y-axis, this is ux along x-axis, initial velocities. After some time, how much displaced along x-axis and how much displaced along y-axis. For that, find the equation for the path of the projectile. For that, you observe here 2 motions we can observe along x-axis and along y-axis. Here, first of all, you observe horizontal motion. The object is moving horizontally with initial velocity u cos theta. Ux is u cos theta. Horizontal, there is no acceleration because no one is pulling this object. That's why no acceleration along x-axis. Ax is 0. But coming to here, at this point you take axis acceleration along x-axis is 0 because no one is pulling. But along y-axis, if you observe, Earth is pulling the object downward direction. Acceleration along y-axis is minus g. Because object is moving upward, then gravitation pull is acting downward. That's why acceleration along y-axis is minus g. Now after some time t, what is the displacement in a horizontal motion? Here, this projectile motion we can study in 2 cases. One is horizontal, that means you can take this object horizontal motion along this direction like this. And again vertical motion also you can study here. Here vertical motion means you can see here when it reaches the maximum height, again it comes to down. So here projectile motion we can say that horizontal plus vertical, horizontal motion plus vertical motion, which is equal to projectile motion. This projectile motion is we are projecting from the ground and it is reaching the ground. So this projectile is ground to ground projectile motion. This is ground to ground projectile motion. Ground to ground projectile motion. Horizontal motion, what is the displacement after some time t? Here we know that displacement formula S equals to ut plus of at square according to kinematic equations. Now substitute the value displacement along x-axis means we can take it as x, ux equals to u cos theta into t plus of ax is 0, so this total term becomes 0. So finally what we can write, t value find out, t equals to x upon u cos theta. Let us take this is equation 1. What is the vertical motion? In vertical motion, the velocity, initial velocity is u sin theta. Uy is u sin theta and acceleration due to gravity along y-axis minus g, ay is minus g. Now according to kinematic equations, along y-axis how much displaced? Formula is s equals to ut plus of ay t square. By substituting this value you can get equation for the path of the projectile. Previously in a horizontal motion we find t value, t equals to x upon u cos theta. This is equation 1. Along y-axis displacement is equation s equals to uy into t plus of at square. You substitute here along y-axis displacement y, uy is u sin theta and t value is x upon u cos theta minus of, why I am taking negative sign means ay is minus g, ay value is minus g, you substitute here, minus into plus minus will come into t square, t value x upon u cos theta whole square. Now simplify this, u gets cancelled, y equals to sin upon cos tan theta into x minus, take this value g upon 2 u square cos square theta into x square. Now let us take this term as a, assume as a, capital A, and this term assume as b. A and b are constants, because theta is angular projection is constant, that's why tan theta value is constant. Here angular projection g and u value are constant, that's why this total term will be constant. By substituting a and b you can get ax minus bx square. This is equation represents the parabola. That means the equation for the path of the projectile is this, and the path of the projectile is parabola. Path of the projectile is parabola. Look at this projectile motion. From this, some of the parameters we are going to discuss now. In projectile motion, let us take one object here and we are projecting with certain angle with the horizontal. For example, let us take initial velocity is u, we projected on object. It travels along this path and finally it reaches to this point. Now, this is in two dimensional. It is making an angle theta with the horizontal. Velocity we are going to resolve into two components. Horizontal component is u cos theta and vertical component is u sin theta. Here, when it started from origin 0, 0, when it reaches the maximum height, the velocity becomes 0. After that, it comes to downward direction. Now, initially, these are the vertical velocity, this is the horizontal velocity. You take at this point, then velocity here decreases when it go to upward direction. For understanding purpose, you take here vertical direction. If you project on an object, then it move upward direction. When it moving upward direction, velocity those are decreasing. When it completely velocity 0, then it comes back to downward direction. At this point, velocity is 0. This is vertical motion. And come to horizontal motion. If you project in a plane, it has two motions, horizontal motion and vertical motion. Horizontal motion you can see along this direction, like this. Now, the projected object, when it goes upward direction, the vertical velocity goes on decreasing due to the gravitational pull. Here, you observe here, this is the vertical velocity, this is horizontal velocity. Now here, this is vertical velocity, this is the horizontal velocity. When it comes to exactly maximum height, here velocity, vertical velocity is 0, but the horizontal velocity is same. Again, when it comes to here, horizontal velocity is same, but vertical velocity increases when it move the object downward direction. When it move upward direction, due to the gravitational pull, velocity goes on decreasing at the maximum height. At maximum height, velocity becomes 0. This is called H maximum. Maximum height attained by the object is called maximum height. At this point, velocity becomes 0. Vertical velocity is 0. Horizontal velocity is same, that is u cos theta. This horizontal velocity doesn't change because no one is pulling the object. No one applying the force on the object. So acceleration is 0, that's why it moves with the same velocity. But the vertical velocity, when it moves the object, vertical velocity decreases at maximum height, vertical velocity becomes 0. Because gravitational force is acting downward direction. When it falling downward direction, horizontal velocity is same, but vertical velocity those are increasing. From here to here increasing. Again here, vertical velocity increases. horizontal velocity is same. Like this, at maximum height, velocity becomes 0. When velocity becomes 0, object comes downward direction again. So vertical motion, horizontal motion, it gives the projectile motion. Projectile motion is a two-dimensional motion. So we can resolve into u cos theta and u sin theta, velocity u. Now, to reach from the projection point to maximum height, how much time taken? Here, time of maximum height, Tm, assume. Time of maximum height means to reach the particle from origin to maximum height, how much time taken by the particle is called as time of maximum height. Now, see here, time of maximum height. Here time of maximum height, how to calculate? Time of maximum height means this is vertical direction. Maximum height means from the earth surface to how much height attained by the particle. So from origin to here to reach the particle, what is the time taken? That is called time of maximum height or time of ascent. Here time of maximum height, we have to take vertical velocity or vertical motion. In vertical motion, at maximum height, what is the velocity? At maximum height, velocity becomes 0. V is 0. So we know that kinematic equations, from that what we can write? Here V equals to U plus AT. At this point, acceleration due to gravity, vertical direction is A equals to minus G. It acts downward direction. Acceleration due to gravity acts downward direction. And initial velocity is u sin theta. Initial velocity is u sin theta, vertical motion. And acceleration due to gravity A is minus G. And you substitute these values in this, what you can get? V is 0, U is u sin theta, minus A is minus G, into T is time of maximum height. From origin to reach the maximum height, how much time taken by the particle is called time of maximum height, Tm. Here T is Tm. Now move this term this side, Gtm, which is equal to u sin theta. Take the Tm value, u sin theta upon G. This is the formula for time of maximum height. Time of maximum height. Now look at the projectile motion. From that third parameter we are going to discuss time of flight. What is meant by time of flight? Means from the projected point to reach the, again when it reaches the ground, how much time taken by the particle is called time of flight. How much time spent by the particle in the air is called time of flight. How much time stayed in air by the particle is called time of flight, or time of ascent and time of descent. Total is called time of flight. Or projected point to reach the again ground, how much time taken by the particle is called time of flight. Here time of maximum height, that means from projected point to maximum height to reach how much time taken by the particle is time of maximum height, and this is time of descent. Time of maximum height u sin theta by z. So if you want to time of flight equals to 2 times of time of maximum height. From that what we can write, 2 into u sin theta upon g. This is the formula for time of flight. But another way is there. For vertical motion, it is projected from here and it finally reaching here. In between, from here to reach how much time taken by the particle. For that, take the vertical motion. Here vertical motion. In the vertical motion, here velocity at maximum height, velocity is 0. At maximum height, velocity is 0. And acceleration due to gravity A is minus g. It is acting downward direction. But we know the kinematic equations. What is the kinematic equation? S equals to ut plus of at square. From this, S is vertical displacement. How much vertical displacement we projected from here and finally reaching here. That means here projected here and reaching here. Displacement is 0, vertical displacement. Here S is 0, vertical displacement. S is 0. Here vertical velocity u is u sin theta. Here vertical velocity u y equals to u sin theta. You substitute here u sin theta into time of flight from here to here to reach time of flight. The time we are considering is time of flight. Take it as TF. Then plus into minus of acceleration due to gravity we are taking g minus g, plus into minus of g t square. T means here TF square. Here time of flight we are considering TF. Now simplify this, move this term this side, of g TF square, which is equal to u sin theta into TF. TF square gets cancelled. Finally TF, you can get the time of flight, which is equal to, move this to that side, 2u sin theta upon g. 2u sin theta upon g. This is the formula for time of flight. Time of flight. We can derive like this also. What is the maximum height of the projectile? From the ground to how much maximum height attained by the projectile is called maximum height of the projectile. For that, how to calculate the equation? At a vertical motion, you take vertical motion. In vertical motion, at maximum height, velocity is 0. Velocity is 0. Acceleration is minus g. We know that formula. What is v square minus u square equals to 2as. Here final velocity is 0 square minus u. Initial velocity is u sin theta. Initial velocity, here u is along vertical direction, u sin theta. You can substitute here u sin theta whole square, which is equal to 2. A is minus g. A is minus g. And vertical direction, how much displaced here? H maximum. H maximum. H maximum. Now simplify this equation. Here minus minus gets cancelled both sides. U square sine square theta, which is equal to 2g h maximum. Move this side. H maximum equals to U square sine square theta upon 2g. This is the formula for H maximum, or maximum height attained by the object from the ground in vertical direction. It gives the H maximum. Now look at this fifth point, horizontal range. Horizontal range means horizontal displacement. How much traveled by the projectile object is called horizontal range or horizontal displacement. This horizontal displacement call it as range from projected point to reached point. Here velocity formula, we know that velocity equals to displacement by time. If we want to horizontal displacement, s equals to velocity into time. That means horizontal velocity into time of flight. Time of flight means from projected point to reached point, how much time taken by the particle. Horizontal velocity is u cos theta and time of flight is 2u sin theta upon g. Now simplify this. Horizontal range r equals to u square 2u square sin theta cos theta upon g. But we know that on formula 2 sin theta cos theta, which is equal to sin 2 theta. This is the one formula. Because of that, we can write instead of 2 sin theta cos theta, horizontal range r equals to u square sin 2 theta upon g we can write. This is the formula for horizontal range. That means horizontally how much displaced the object when projected from the origin to reach this point. This r value is u square sin 2 theta upon g.